Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Lee Fuge, and inside this case I've got something a little bit special and a little bit different. In here I've got the Salty Dog by a UK luthier named Joe Doe. Joe Doe usually builds a lot of crazy one-off guitars, and even his custom guitars aren't really spec'd by the person buying them. He tends to like to go with the flow and see where the guitar build takes him. He's recently teamed up with Vintage Guitars in the UK to create a limited run of guitars which are designed by him, but they're available in much bigger quantities. I think this guitar here is one of 100, so if you want one of these, you've got to act pretty fast. Let's open the case and see what it looks like. So first of all, we should mention it comes in this lovely tweed case. This is always appreciated at this price point. This guitar retails around about the £600 mark, so the fact it comes with a hard case is great if you're a gigging musician. To pop the catches, this is the exciting part. So there it is. You guys can see that before me. Wow, look at that. So we can kind of see, we can see the basic shape of this guitar is a very familiar shape to us. Very nice. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the case. Whammy bar, always good. Keep that to one side. So we've got a certificate of authenticity from the guys at Joe Doe. This actually tells you a little story on the back there about the guitar, the design of the guitar, and a bunch of specs. So that's pretty cool. Keep that handy. That might be useful. We've also got a business card for a nightclub with no more IOUs on the back for Donnie. Get that in the close-up cam there. Donnie owes $100. No more IOUs. And we've also got a business card for John Washington Tattoos. Get that in the close-up cam as well, pretty cool. All of that kind of goes hand in hand with the story of the guitar. I think we should plug this thing in and see what it sounds like. So obviously, as you can see, this is an S-type guitar. We've got the 3 single coils, the vintage tremolo. It's all the classic specs that you'd come to expect. It's an American alder body in a finish they call Albatross White. It's also covered in these really cool sailor tattoos, both on the front and the back. There's also some slight relic into this. It's quite naturally done. There's not sort of too much there. There's just the odd little dent and chip here and there just to simulate some natural wear. The vintage tremolo is very nicely aged as well. This is a Wilkinson tremolo. Wilkinson are some of the best tremolo units you can get in this price point. The metal is aged very nicely. We've got the volume, 2 tones and a 5-way switch. Maple neck, maple fretboard, tattoo of Davy Jones on the fretboard, and the classic vintage style tuners, which have also been nicely aged. This is a great looking guitar. So the 3 single coils here are Joe Doe designed. The bridge single coil is slightly hotter, and then the neck and middle are slightly more vintage style. Like I said, we've got the 5-way switch, so we can get all those classic in-between settings as well. One really cool thing they've done here is the way the tone controls are wired up. So usually on a Strat, the middle knob controls the neck pickup tone, and the bottom one controls the middle pickup tone. On this instance, the middle one actually controls the neck and the middle pickup tone, and the bottom tone control controls the bridge pickup tone. This is a common mod that a lot of Strat players make because the bridge pickup on a Strat is quite bright, so it's quite nice to be able to dial that back with your own tone control. This guitar's also got a really cool neck. It's a 1-piece maple neck. It's got the skunk stripe on the back for where the truss rod was inserted. The fretboard and the neck are the same piece of wood. It's got this lovely sort of amber vintage tint to it, and we've got a Graphtec Newbone nut as well, so it's sort of like a self-lubricating graphite nut that I guess simulates the properties of bone. I think this is quite a new one that I've not seen before, so that should be quite nice. That should add to the tuning stability. These tuners at the top here are the Wilkinson Deluxe Vintage locking style, so they should be pretty stable when we're using the tremolo system as well. And we've got 22 medium frets there across the fretboard. I don't know what the radius is. I think it's probably a 9-inch radius. It doesn't feel as steep as a 7 1/4, so it's probably a 9. I would take a guess at. It doesn't say on the spec sheet. I don't think it says on the spec sheet. No, it doesn't. So we'll go with a 9-inch, but if anyone knows the right answer, throw it in the comments below and let me know, because I may be wrong. Alright, so let's hear what this thing sounds like. I'm plugged into the cool amplification Blue Sky that you can see behind me there. That's mic'd up with a Lewitt Audio LCT 440 condenser microphone. The reverb you're hearing comes from the Jupiter Effects Kaleidoscope. So straight away, that sounds pretty cool. Let's actually dial the tone back on the bridge. Now, this is something that I think all Strats should have. I really do think all Strat style guitars should have that option for a tone for the bridge pickup. Let's go to position 2 now, which is the bridge and the middle. And now just the middle on its own. Position 4 now, which is the neck and the middle on together. This is my favourite Strat setting. And finally, the neck pickup. So some great clean tones there with the 5 single coil positions. Position 4 really stood out to me. I always love the combination of the neck and middle pickup. I love that chimey sort of bell-like tone. The neck pickup's got a lovely sound for some bluesy runs as well. I've also just discovered something that isn't on the spec sheet. The middle pickup is actually reverse wound, or at least I think it is, because when you're in positions 2 and 4, it's actually hum cancelling. If you listen very closely to this now, when I turn the volume up, because I'm sat at my desk in front of my computer, you can hear a little electrical interference on the bridge pickup. If I then go to position 2, it cuts that out completely. Position 3, the hum will return. Position 4, the hum will go away. And 5, the hum will return again. Now obviously hum is common with single coils, it's just one of those necessary evils. If you love the single coil sound, you kind of learn to accept that there's going to be a little noise that comes with them. But the fact that this is sort of hum cancelling in position 2 and 4 is pretty cool, because whenever I gig a Strat style guitar, I tend to live in those positions more than the others. I do use the neck a lot as well, but position 2 and 4 tends to be my main area with a Strat tone. So the fact that's hum cancelling is great. So I think now we should test this thing out with some drive. So for my drive tone, I'm going to be using the Analog Man King of Tone. I've got both sides of the King of Tone switched on. So here is the bridge position. I've got the tone back up at full, so I'll do some tones with the tone at full, and then we'll roll it back a bit just to fatten it up a little bit more. So here's the bridge pickup tone on 10 with the Analog Man King of Tone. There's a lot of tones in there. So while that is quite a bright tone, it's still quite nice. I'm going to roll the tone back to about 4 now. This is where I would personally set it if I was playing this live. That is more of what I would want from a Strat bridge pickup. It's just slightly rolled off and slightly warmer. That works great with an overdrive pedal, and especially if you're playing live, you don't want it to be too harsh. I really don't understand why more Strat builders don't put a tone control for the bridge pickup. So let's look at position 2 with some overdrive. Now let's take a look at the middle position. The middle single coil on a Strat with overdrive is a tone that a lot of people don't tend to use. People only really tend to use the middle pickup in conjunction with the neck pickup or the bridge pickup these days. But the middle pickup does sound great. So use the middle pickup with the King of Tone switched on. Now my personal favourite, the neck and the middle together. And finally, the classic Strat neck pickup with overdrive. You may also be wondering how this thing handles a little bit more gain, because that bunch of tones there was a bit more on the blues spectrum. So now I'm going to kick on my Chevtone Messiah drive, which is sort of like a hot rodded plexi pedal. There's a full demo of that on the channel as well if you want to check that out. This is set to a slightly higher gain level. This kind of pushes us more into the classic rock territory, so let's check this out. So bridge pickup. Position 2. Middle position. Position 4. Finally, the neck pickup. So there it is, guys, the Salty Dog by Jodo Guitars. Like I said at the start, this is a limited run that Jodo has made in partnership with Vintage Guitars in the UK. So if you want one of these, please go check them out right away, because I don't think these things will be hanging around for very long. They retail at around the £600 mark in the UK, and honestly, this is a lot of guitar for the money. The neck feels fantastic. It's got a real nice vintage worn-in feel. The fretboard edges are rolled, which is great because it's straight away, it kind of feels played in. Those pickups sound awesome. Like I said, I love the fact that there's tone control for the bridge pickup. Fantastic. The Wilkinson trem is very stable. I didn't have any tuning issues there. The nut is great. The locking tuners are great. I mean, overall, it's just a great guitar. For the money, I think you're going to be very hard pressed to find something better in this price range. I think these guys have really hit this one out of the park. It certainly feels like a guitar that's been made to be played. Now, you'd easily think that with there only being 100 of them, you might want to just hang this on a wall and look at it. But honestly, the feel of this thing, it feels like a worn-in Strat that you've been gigging for the last 20 years. It plays great, it sounds great, it looks really cool. I think that would look at home on a stage with a rock band or a blues band. The sort of retro nautical theme is really cool. Like I showed you guys at the start, it's covered in these really cool tattoos. So if you're into tattoo culture as well, there's a guitar for you. It's lightly relicked, so you wouldn't feel too bad if you dinged it up a little bit as well, because, you know, there's already a couple in there. So if you added a few more, it just adds a little bit more character. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of this guitar. If you've tried one, I'd love to hear your experience, whether it be this model or anything else that Jodo make. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And also, if you haven't tried one, what are your first impressions based on what you've heard in this video? Are you going to go out and try one now? If you can find one, go out and play it. I think you'll like it. I like it. I like the feel of it. I like the aesthetic. It's a great guitar and it feels like it needs to be played. So go out and play one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, please scroll down right now and hit that subscribe button. Your subscriptions really help this channel to grow, and it helps me to keep making great videos with great companies like Jodo for your entertainment. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you have any friends that you think would enjoy this content, please share this with them on social media or via email or whichever way you can. Get these guitars seen by all your guitar friends, because they're great guitars and I think they really deserve to be seen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.